I think fintechs are going through an interesting point of inflection right now. There are lots of fintechs. I do think there's going to be an opportunity for fintech to actually really work on existing core systems to see how they can accelerate the growth of those and actually accelerate the value you can get out of that. A lot of fintechs have been looking at new things, new markets, new customer propositions. I think if you get a fintech that's able to make use of existing infrastructure, make use of existing core systems, combine it, and really start giving value to clients in the next 2, 3, 4 years, that will be a big improvement. A lot of clients we're speaking to can see it, but they're all either in incubators or they're part of VC strategies as opposed to making something happen today. The biggest challenge of startups, I think it's a number of areas. One is finding a niche that hasn't been addressed. Right? So startups have a challenge. They need to be very specific and clear about what they're doing. But very quickly, if they get into that space, they either find they need to pivot because of either competition or of other challenges that they're coming across. So the more challenging ones are actually able to say, how do we adapt to what we need to do, given where we started off? You look at companies that started off as real peer-to-peer lenders that are becoming vertically integrated insurance companies. I think funding is a big thing, although right now there's plenty of funding around, but there's funding for initial phases. Getting long-term funding for a startup, key. And the third thing I'd say is talent. Every startup I speak to, every client we speak to, there's a war for talent. And I think it is a very different talent proposition today than it was, say, 4 or 5 years ago. The best thing in open banking is the potential to give a customer choice and new innovation. What's been really useful is just being able to interact with clients in a very relaxed atmosphere, talking about things that normally you don't get that much time to talk about in the normal day-to-day sort of office environment. In particular, and I would say that because around the session, I found the AI session really engaging with the audience, but also the panel members, just looking at what impact AI is going to have on the business and how many conversations I've had on that in the Deloitte lounge. I think the opportunity with Brexit is going to be quite important. There is an opportunity to increase productivity through the adoption of new technologies and AI. I think the UK needs to build on some of its core strengths. We have some fantastic academic institutions. We've had some great minds in the UK that have been able to really drive previous industrial revolutions. I think it's time for us to think of it in a different way, if it's going to happen, and really look at how we're able to use new emerging technologies to our advantage, where it doesn't require you to be of a large population size or indeed massive scale.